I'm sorry. Good evening, everyone. I'm all tongue-tied here. This is your girl, Aries, coming to you live and direct from the DMV. Today is August the 9th, 2012, and today was another hot one. I want to welcome you to our show. This is Yonder. We're still waiting for him to dial in, but I'm Aries. Listen to the truth. Nothing but the truth. Truth is. And
I got Aries all worked up.
Yes,
oh, Lord.
You do. I'm on tongue-tied. We have a special guest on tonight. Yonder was going to do this introduction, but I just want to open up the microphone and introduce to you, live from the West Coast, Mr. Troy Rollins. Troy, welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you so much, young lady. Appreciate it. Yonder's, I don't know what he's caught up doing, but usually he's before time, on time. I'm usually the one that's dragging behind a little bit. But how are y'all? What's going on DMV? Are y'all experiencing the same heat wave we have over here in Cali?
Yes, for a couple of weeks now. It's been, in the high 90s. It's been hot, but from what I understand, that's how you guys like it over in the taboo world.
Oh, we're gonna keep it hot. We're gonna make it hot tonight. we only got an hour. We usually long-winded when it get to the taboo. You know what I'm okay.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Troy Rollins. For those who don't know, Troy Rollins, comic and acting background. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland originally. Moved out to California about 4 years ago to pursue the dream and work in TV and film. And I have a TV project I'm working on called The Troy Rollins Show. I met Yonder, I guess we met about 8 years ago. And he saw some of the work I was doing with my publicist's work, and I was doing some work for different authors, book authors, and he had a book called What I Do Is Taboo. It was coming out, and he wanted me to help him promote the book. And as we started doing the book tour, for those that do know, of course, you can go to www.whatidoistaboo.com, whatidoistaboo.com, and you can get the books. They're on Amazon, all 4 are on Amazon right now. It's a book series, ongoing book series of erotic fiction, short stories. And I have a short story in books 3 and 4 as well. And we were doing the book tour, and we noticed that especially women wanted to talk. For the 2 hours that we were trying to sell books in malls, they want to talk about their sexual exploits. And why is it when my man comes home from work and I get on my knees to give him a blowjob, he stops me? Questions like that. It's like, well, were you always giving him a blowjob when he got home from work? Is this something new in your repertoire? Did you let him know that when he came through the door, his pants were going to be unzipped? And, as a comedian, I talk about everything anyway. So, I was already used to having those kind of dialogues damn near all my life. My mother had those kind of dialogues with me about sex and relationships when I was younger. So it was something that I already had kind of in my comedy piece. But I ended up pulling out of certain things, some serious points. It was like, well, when a man gets home from work, just for the women that may be asking, why don't he treat me the same way when he used to throw me on the counter when he got home, or before we leave out we used to have sex all over the place. And now it don't happen no more. Well, one of the things is when a man gets home from work, he's still at work in his head. A lot of times, just sometimes a man is still processing his day. We're kind of single-minded. We're goal-minded, goal-oriented.
Preach.
We stay on one thing at a time.
Preach. Tell them what you need to do. Tell them. Preach.
We kind of goal-oriented. We stay on one fixed thing. So we're trying to deprogram from work. That's why most men get in front of the TV, sit in the bathroom for a couple hours, sit on the side of the bed, take a nap.
And that's why he call it strip club.
Right, that's right. Go to the strip club, go stop at the bar, have a little happy hour before you go home, because you hear him at the bar like, let me go home. Because as soon as he get in, he's usually being hit with something. And when you came to him and gave him that blowjob, you might as well have just started an argument. Because it did the same thing. It disrupted him, and it threw him off a little bit. So you got to let him deprogram. But those kind of things we end up talking about at what was supposed to be a book signing. So me and Yonder stepped back and said, let's make this a forum and include the book in it. We'll charge one lump sum, feed some folks, give them some drink, let them get comfortable, and talk to them like we talk to each other. And we thought women were talking to other women and groups were talking to, we thought there had to be something like this out already. We thought it had to be something out there. We found out it wasn't. So that 20 people in the back of a bookstore that we had turned into 500, 600, 800 people in ballrooms, and it's that same event, and us being who we are and just letting people be comfortable with who they are, moved my ass out here to California and got me a TV development deal and got us traveling around. And I'll be in Jamaica October 8th to the 1st to the 8th. I'm doing an event with some, it's not solidified yet, but we have a major event coming up next year, Memorial Day weekend. Major event November. Everybody knows about BTMC, Pajama Jammy Jam. But it's just a lot of different events and around the nation. And then here in California, some great things kicking off. Flappers Comedy Club, and it's just been a great ride. But all we've been doing is setting the atmosphere for people to talk openly about sex, love, and relationships, but sex first. So we work kind of the backwards end, where some people want to talk about, well, why is my man cheating? We don't deal with that. Well, do you spit or swallow? Let's start there.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that.
Guys, this show, it's called The Truth Is, and as you can tell just by Troy introducing himself, that it's going to get kind of raw tonight. So
they should know who I am. I don't know why they're playing.
It's going to be that. If you want to speak or join into the conversation tonight, please feel free to dial in. Our phone number is 646-915-9923. Yonder, welcome.
Get that number again, girl. Get that number again. What's that number one more time?
Our dialing number is 646-915-9923.
Okay. Yes. And as Yonder will tell you, we don't do the battle or the sexist bullshit, so they don't have to worry about that. We don't match.
And we don't men bash at all. We don't woman bash.
Yeah.
We just provide information. We make people communicate.
Yes, because believe it or not, Aries was kind of intimidated. I was like, okay, I need my girls to call in because they're gonna gangbang my butt tonight. Mm-mm.
No, that's for something totally different another time. But that ain't got nothing to do with the show, girl. That ain't got nothing to do with the show. You ain't worried about that right now. Dr. King said, I ain't worried about that right now.
You're a fool, boy. You're a fool. And this gets so intense. Like I said, we're on the phone now, but in person, this is even more intense. I mean, and hilarious at the same time, because if you hear Troy right now, it's a total show. I mean, and it's so hilarious and it's so impromptu, and everything that we're talking about, it just gets so deep that you sit there like, I don't believe we just did this.
Right. And it's pretty fun. You said, where did the topics come from?
Are they provided to you by your audience, or is this just stuff
totally.
you off the fly?
Totally, yeah.
Totally by the when we first started, we were doing like we were actually doing the show, and we would provide a sheet that Yonda came up with, like taboo questions. Are you an orgasm chaser? Where's the wildest place you ever had sex? It was something I actually turned into with my radio shows. I call it the Taboo Hot Seat. 10 hot questions we can ask. We're gonna have to we'll get Aries to answer them, y'all, so that y'all can really feel the essence.
Man, Troy, you went back. I forgot all about that, man. We invented so much. We remade ourselves so many different times along the way.
Yeah, and that's what happens. We've been doing the tour for 7 years, and what happened is maybe in about the 4th year, I came up with, everybody doesn't, because some of the shows, the biker club events, some of the book club events, some of the social events we had, you see the same people starting to get comfortable, and they say, oh, I'm definitely, or let me bring this person out because I think they got, oh, this is the freak. The whole group of people point one person out to being the freak, and that person usually is not the one.
Sure not. It's not the freak.
So who's usually the freak in the bunch then?
Well, for one, the word freak is very loosely used, or are you a freak? Somebody like, oh, are you a freak? Well, what's freaky to one person is not to the next.
Exactly.
And if you live
child's play to somebody else.
Right. If you live a little bit, you can't really say what some people say, are you freaky? Are you nasty? Oh, that's nasty. The one of them is like, oh, no, don't touch my feet. That's nasty. And one dude may be like, well, if you don't put your foot in my butt, that's nasty. I need you to put your foot in my butt. That's
the whole foot. Not the big toe, the whole foot.
Yeah, I mean, you put the big toe in, you might as well just work the other toes in. If you're going to start the foot in.
That sounds a little taboo.
Walk on, black man, walk on.
But nothing's taboo. That's the biggest thing about what we do. Nothing is taboo if you're comfortable with it. We just don't talk about animals. We don't talk about animals and objects like broomsticks and them. But anything else,
well, a lot of people, if they hurt, we're not trying to go into hurting anybody or anything. And don't get me wrong, it's some people. We had a sister at an event say her fantasy was have sex with a dead person. Yeah. Now. At a big ass event, she said this. A black woman. Only reason I said that for the white folks who's listening is because some stuff black people still consider taboo that
such
some white folks have been doing for years. Right. Some black folks still consider oral taboo. Yep. Whereas I've been places before and we said it before in the crowd. He's like, how many white people consider oral taboo? They're looking around like, what oral? You talking about blowjobs? Oh, come on.
That's like breakfast.
You really?
Just nasty.
Did you say it's nasty?
Just nasty.
See, you still consider that taboo.
What would you consider taboo?
It's all just nasty. Aries is a good girl. No, Aries is a good girl.
What now?
What does a good girl mean? What does that mean?
Yes, Aries is a good girl.
What does a good girl mean?
Reborn.
Okay, what does that mean?
You're born again.
There was more holes in the Bible than anywhere.
There's what?
There was more holes in the Bible.
Going straight to hell.
I mean, come on, for real, come on. Why you think, remember when Jesus went to the well? That lady was butt naked. Was she or was she not?
Us in trouble. Yonder, don't go there.
Was she butt naked, Troy?
Yonder, don't go.
I don't know if she was butt naked. I'll just say this. She was at the well a time when nobody was supposed to be at the well because she couldn't mingle with the other women.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to get biblical about it.
And then because the men had put out there.
She was kind of flirting with Jesus. Now we got biblical people calling. She was not flirting with Jesus. Yes, she did. She asked Jesus, if I give you this water, you'll be good. He said, girl, I'm going to give you water that you'll never thirst again. So she was like, oh, really?
Say my disclaimer. The views and points on the views and the topic.
You better say it. Put it out there.
Yes. Does not reflect Holy Bible.
The person talking.
And enjoy it, because like I said, what we do at our events is we have those thoughts. We just say them out loud. You got the thoughts. You just won't say them.
Our subline to the show is the truth is, this show is for people like us.
Right. It is.
I said like us, so I guess I'm including myself with you too. Like us.
There you go.
It's everyday people who do amazing things in every way. A taboo is just not sexual. It's taboo is everything. Some people think just because you got a business is taboo. How you get a business? You can put taboo towards anything.
Yeah, you can create 10 businesses in a day. If you want to know, hit me up.
And I know who can do that. Troy, the young ladies on the phone can create a business at nighttime. She get mad and she create a whole new internet.
We have phenomenal preachers, especially a woman. That's the whole thing about when we were talking earlier. For those who are just tuning in, I'm Troy Rawlings and Aries and Yonder on the phone, and we're talking about taboos, but we're talking about really, I guess it's the kickoff for the whole book release, the new book, What I Do Is Taboo, so that people know.
Book 4, yeah.
Book 4, right. And they can go to www.whatidoistaboo.com, check out the book. To all my Facebook and Twitter people, hello. Hit me up on Twitter at Troy Rawlings and let us know you're listening. So we'll and also you can send questions because people love to. This is the big thing, Aries, we see with our events. People love to send questions anonymously. You send me your question to at Troy Rawlings, TroyRawlings on Twitter. I won't read your name. We'll just read your question and we'll deal with it on the air. Also, people can call in. What's that number again, Aries?
Yes, please feel free to dial in. Our number is 646-915-9923, or feel free to also text me. You can text me. Text me your question at 240-621-6911. 888-866-0417.
Oh, yeah, if you got my phone, I'm talking on my phone now, so you can text me, too. I might not get it, but if you send it to Twitter, I'm looking at that joker right now.
So what should we discuss? What should be, where were you going, Troy? I'm sorry.
No, I was just talking about the thing earlier when we were talking about the whole thing, because that was an actual question. Somebody asked us in one of our shows, that one of our earlier events, one of our first events, why is it when my man gets home and I get down and I start unbuckling his pants like I want to give him oral sex, he kind of pushes me away or he's not into it. And I talked about the man in his mind. Because some guys are sitting there like, shit, I wish my woman would. I wish I would. You know, so, but some guys are still at work, still processing what went on. His boss said something off to him. Some female was hitting on him that he's been checking out, but he's trying to stay faithful. Just real talk. And he's wondering how he felt because y'all was getting into it and y'all were arguing. He ain't sure about the relationship, and you thinking everything is hunky-dory or it'll be better, you know, because women and your minds work so magnificently because you can think about 7 different things at one time and work on them all, you know, and not lose the beat. You know, most of some women's minds operate totally differently. You know, that's why a lot of times guys look at you crazy when you're talking because a woman can start the conversation like in the fourth part of the conversation. I was trying to tell her before. It was like, what'd you say, babe?
But women can relate because they're the same way.
It was like, what'd you say?
I said women can relate because in certain situations they, you know, they act the same way. But the same, we have a caller that wants to join the conversation. Are you guys ready to take calls in from our live listeners?
Of course.
Yeah.
We ain't scared.
Caller, you're on live with the
Hello.
Truth Is. Yes, you're on the line. Do you want to add to the conversation tonight?
This is the ambassador of music. Am I on line?
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Hey, what's say? This call from Washington, D.C., and listen to your show. And I think your show is for real. And it's one thing to be called a freak, another thing to be a freak master. And I'm not a freak master or a freak, but I call myself a freak daddy. So thank you for letting me be a part of the conversation tonight and listen to you guys. So keep it real and on the one.
Thank you, Freak
Daddy. On the one. How old are you, Freak Daddy? How long you been freaking?
Oh, I've been the ambassador of music for over 35 years, native Washingtonian. And some people know me. I've done so many events, but I've been around the world now.
Okay.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you.
Hold on. You tell me you're old school freak.
Oh man, you know me, man. I've done fights with you over and over.
Right. So, and we appreciate, like I said. So that we were just trying to get our demographics right. So we got it from all ages, and we got worldwide freaks coming in, calling in, right?
You one of those in the corner of the Chuck Brown party freaks, is what you're saying?
Oh well, I'm going back to the funk days, man. One Nation Under Groove, and keep it on the one, man.
Thank you so much, brother.
I thank you for being a part of your show. Thank you so much, and to all those women I know out there, I love you all. Just keep me real.
That's what I'm talking about. The mixologist. Come on.
And you know that too.
Oh, that brother's an original player.
From the Himalaya.
We have someone else that wants to join us.
Woo.
Hi, you're on the Truth Is. Did you want to add to the conversation tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say what's up to my brothers. What's up, man? What's up, Yonder? What's up, Troy? This Stripes.
What's up, family?
What's going on?
in the building.
You know it. For all y'all that's listening in, I've been at the Black Tigers events before. I became a Tiger for a couple years, and it just got better and better every year. I was actually on the situation when the girl said she liked necrophilia. I mean, you could have heard a pin drop. Yeah, you could have heard a pin drop in the room.
It was brothers and vests, big brothers walking away.
How was your feeling when she said that? How did that make you feel as a man?
I mean, it wasn't, it didn't affect me, but it just was shocking. It was like, wow, because you don't hear that every day.
No, you don't.
And it was like, well, how? And then your mind gets to wondering, like, how do you accomplish that? It's like, where do you have to be?
And let me tell you, and Aries, let me tell you how deep it got, and what I love about what we do is it's off the hook, but it's classy. So you're talking about adults. These aren't like kids just talking about rendezvous and stuff. These are adults stressing feelings and asking questions, and usually it gets into deeper stuff about relationships. But this sister was like, well, there was a friend that I kick it with all the time. You know, you have that I don't know how much we can say on it, the fuck buddy, partner, friend with benefits, whatever, and they were having sex one time, and I guess it got so good to him that she was like, well, you know what? What if we died while we was having sex, or one of us died? Would you keep having sex? I was like, hell yeah, I keep having sex. I would too, because I think when what they call it, rigor mortis set in.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the cameo rigor mortis. We talking about
the real
rigor mortis set in.
Exactly.
We talking about she thought it'd be rock hard, and I'd just ride you while you was dead. There was a sister in the back of the room. Y'all remember this?
Yeah.
And she said, no, it won't, baby. She worked in the mortuary. She was like, it don't stay hard the whole time. It won't continually stay hard, baby.
Because
it won't.
You need blood circulating, correct?
Right, exactly. Rigor mortis set in, he's talking about stiffness and stuff like that, but it's still, you know, the sucker shrivel up, and then the whole body may get stiff, but it takes a while for rigor mortis set in. And then, brother, you keeping the dead body in your closet like Michael Jackson. Not that Michael Jackson had a body in the closet, but he did have the Elephant Man's bones. I don't know if Michael did anything with that.
Hey, since we have Stripes on the phone right now, Stripes, Aries wants to come down she wants to do BTMC this year. Would you give her a little bit of what goes on there?
Young ladies at a time. What's going down?
It's like Friday is the meet and greet. Friday is the meet and greet. And Saturday is, they call it a pajama party, but it's not a pajama party. You liable to see any and everything on that Saturday night.
You may see George Clinton there in the diaper.
You might. Worse has happened, and I mean worse. But it's a great time. I think we were rated one of the best biker parties on the East Coast. You go on blacktigersmc.com, and as soon as you can get some contact information, because once these tickets go on, they go quick.
And tell her what we do on tab. We'll talk during the day.
Are the tickets currently on sale?
No, they still working out the details and everything, still getting everything done. So the official, I can just tell you, just keep looking at the website, and as soon as it drops, call somebody, set it up, get you a ticket, call the hotel, get your room, because trust me, you do not. Yeah, it's on. And just you'll have a lot of fun. Unfortunately for me, I'm working this year, so I'm just going to be. Man. But Troy, I will have time to help you out with your event. So I'm down as always.
Thank you, brother. Because we're gonna need
Anytime.
you this year.
Yeah,
and
I'm there.
We usually do, and some people, especially in the comedy world and places like that, they think it's funny when I tell them, and Yonder and people like that, they think it's funny when I tell them, I do my events and this is like 2, 3, 4 hours. And like, of what? I said we'll be in front of people and you improv and we taking the questions, and it turns into, this year we'll be doing 4 hours at BTMC, and most people don't even know how much time we usually do, but we've never done less than 3 hours.
Yeah, never done less than 3 hours.
Now, is this
people still saying we want some more.
Yeah,
is this something that's videoed? I mean, is it recorded
we can't for the purposes of what else go on there. I mean, really now.
We don't record. We
can't go into details right now.
No. We go and you got to come see our show. That's the whole thing. I mean, we'll get into everything on the radio that we can, but our show is something totally different. When we don't really record. Even when I record promotional stuff to send out to like Vegas and bike clubs and stuff, I never really record the audience. And even though we've had video tapings and filmings where we have permission to, it's just that there's a certain level of not just respect, but there's a certain level of when you allow people the freedom to get open the way they want to.
Exactly, the comfort zone.
Their comfort zone races, and that's why I'm very particular about who we have on the mic. We have a great team of people to work with us. Even here, I built a good team of people. I couldn't just have anybody on the mic. Sometimes you put a comedian on the mic, they say one thing, and the whole crowd set up because the comedians want to be funny.
Yeah.
So, but you have somebody talking about something serious, even though it's funny and it's fun, but they're asking an actual question, and you let the crowd chime in, and then I get to chime in with, not that I'm the almighty know-it-all or Yonder is, but after doing something for 7 years, you've heard a lot of the same things, and if you don't have answers, believe me, somebody in the audience does. That's the great thing about it. It becomes a great community of speech and talk.
Yeah, everybody. Look, we're not the only ones talk. We put the mic out at all times.
Right.
And
exactly.
It's always something new. Always something new.
It's never been the same. Each time we leave out there, we leave out just as happy as everybody else leave out, but we leave out just happy because we when we walk out there, we like, man, did that really just happen? Because it's nothing. Never planned. It's never planned. It just happens.
That's right.
It's like a good concert. When you go to see a good Frankie Beverly concert, Frankie can sing that same song 500 times, and you just still saying, you know what? He did it different this time.
Right. Frankie did something different. I don't know what it was. It was just different.
I look forward to attending this year, though. I look forward to attending. Like I said, it's going to be me and 4 other females that'll be coming up, so should be a good time.
Welcome. You have a great time.
Oh yeah. We'll keep you posted. And if you are a Facebook friend of mine, you can. I did a BTMC event page just for it this year, which I had never done. But we already have over 100 people that are like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm like, all right, I'm just letting y'all know I don't deal with the ticket stuff. But this year, as soon as I hear they're available, I'll let people know. But usually, by the time I hear they're available, they sold out.
Exactly. They sell out their day.
For those that are just joining us, this is The Truth Is with Yonder and Aries, and tonight our special guest is none other than Mr. Troy Rawlings. If you would like to join into the conversation tonight, please feel free. Our dial-in number is 646-915-9923. If there are any questions that you would like to have asked and you don't want to dial in, please feel free to send Troy an email message. Troy, what is that email address again?
They can hit my Twitter, or they can email me at troyrawlings@gmail.com. They can email me at troyrawlings@gmail.com as well. Troy Rawlings. Rawlings is spelled Rawlings. And it's no question is taboo. It's any question, or like we say during the show, you can text us, email us, or send us a question of a sexual nature that you always wanted to ask but never had the guts or opportunity to ask. And we'll answer it to the best of our ability.
And I just received a text, and I want to give out my number again just in case you want to text it to me. My number is 240-621-0417. I got a text from a young lady, and she says, how is it sucked from the back? What does that mean?
Say that again.
How is it sucked from the back? I'm not so sure what that means. What?
You might need to text her to her to call in so she can really explain what she wants to say.
What was it?
How do you suck from the back? I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's usually one of those good questions because you end up finding out who the person is that wrote it. Because when I read a question like that, how do you suck from the back? I don't understand what they're saying. So then the person says, what I'm trying to say is, how do you put somebody's dick between their legs, stand behind them, and get down on your knees and suck it from the back? You just answer your own question, sister. That's how you do it from the back. You yank their
the Johnson from the back, right?
Right. She's going to have to retext you or call in because we don't understand what
she's saying. Is she laying under him? Or is she laying with her head to the back of the floor? Or what? I mean, what's she doing?
Is she talking about a female that she's trying to suck from the back?
Oh, yeah, because if you pull it from the back, you're going to hurt it.
I have a question. Why did they call it a blowjob? Shouldn't it be called a suck job?
I don't know.
That's a whole other thing. That got caught y'all off a little bit. I'm sorry.
Yes, we have another caller that wants to join us. Let me see. Maybe this is a female that can tell us. Caller, you're on the line with The Truth Is. Do you know why it's called a blowjob instead of a suck job?
What? You just instantly hit them with that. You don't even know what they were trying to say.
Hello, caller, you're on the line. They know what it is tonight. The Truth Is. Okay, that caller did not want to join into the conversation.
You hit him. You jumped on him. See, Aries is hardcore. We already know how she likes it.
Aries.
Caller, you're on the line. Do you like it from behind? Caller.
And that would be a good question. That I'm probably sure that's already been something that you guys have answered before or polled.
Favorite sexual position?
What is that favorite position? Yes. And does size matter as far as not the size of the male, but the size of the female in her body structure? Does that really play a part of it?
It can play a. I mean, it can really play a. I mean, it depends on what you like. I mean, big or small, it depends on what you like and what makes you happy. So a big girl can make some people happy, a small girl can make some people happy.
Yeah, we talked about that before. We remember we got on the positioning thing. Yonder loves to talk about the reverse wheelbarrow. There's another name for it too, but for some women, maybe it's a woman somewhere right now. She kind of thick, and there's some misconceptions also. We'll deal with that too about if a girl's skinny, is she deeper or if she's thick? I don't think skinny girls are deeper. I think or looser or anything like that. I think when you're dealing with a big girl, as soon as you go up in it, you hitting something.
Right, exactly.
Like, oh, wait a second, baby, that's me. That's me right there. That's all me. Baby, that's me. And you in there trying to pile drive, you just got to take it easy. Everybody's not built the same. You may have been with some slim girl that had you throwing up against the wall, spinning around, literally. And
and it was up to her neck somewhere. I mean, you was like, hey. When is it going to end? When is this going to end?
But there's some sisters out there that's like every time a dude get in, it seems like he's slipping out, and it's not like he's small or this, that, and other. That is a positioning thing sometimes, like a move like the reverse wheelbarrow where he's just dipping in you, or he's or a scissor or something like that, or something else. He may have to put one leg on his shoulder, slide up in between you like he's doing a wrestling move, and get to doing the R. Kelly all up in you. Not peeing on you, but just some bump and grind.
Some people like that though. Some people like that.
Some people do like the piano.
Some
I had a guy here. We were doing a show in well, we were in West Hollywood, but we were doing a show in West Hollywood, and a manager of a well-known music artist. We were talking about this, and that's why I'm not so quick to dispel everything, because I was like, all right, because the crowd was kind of a little stiff, but and they were feeling it, and I was like, oh, well, I guess we could say that nobody's really into defecation or peeing on somebody. And the dude was like, oh man, bald-headed brother, suited, bad suit, glasses, man, no, don't say that. Pee on me. I lied to you now. I said, see, that's why I can't. That's why I can't. He said, I love it. And his wife was next to him. He said, I love it. My wife think I'm crazy, but pee on me, dog. Pee on me. I was like, I ain't gonna pee on you, brother, but it's good that you like it and you keep asking me. But yeah, you can't really dispel. But these are things you need to talk to your mate about early off. I have a book now. Yonda really working with the book authors have helped me a lot. D. Blackman, Latia Lynch, but especially Yonda. But Yonda really encouraged me to make sure I was getting my books out. And I have a book, a nonfiction book that'll be out this fall. Actually, I'll probably debut it at Black Tigers, called Butt Naked On. Conversational foreplay for dating.
And Troy's an excellent writer. And once you get this, it's going to put you someplace you've never been before. I actually even done the foreword for this book. He's somewhere that folks haven't even thought about exploring.
But books in what I do, Taboo books 3 and 4, I have the opportunity. If you haven't gone to get the books, what I do, Taboo books 3 and 4. You have some work in those books also that I found to be really good. So I look forward to reading that when it comes out.
Ari sounds so proper and so sweet. She knows she want to get on the phone. Boy, when I read that, I was dripping from my head to my toenails.
That's why
you
Toys R Us, by the register, they have the big 24-pack of double A's in Toys R Us when you go,
Oh, my goodness. 24-pack of double A's? Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, Aries, have you pushed your company? Because Aries she actually has a line of stuff that goes with the Taboo books. Can you tell the world what you do with your website for what goes with the Taboo books?
Yes, visit my website. It's www.naughtygirls.net. I'm sorry. And that is www.naughtygurls.net. And we have everything.
And tell them what everything means. What that means. Tell them what's on there.
Everything from poles, dildos, bullets, you name it, lubes. And I must recommend, if you're into the lubes and things of that nature, to keep things nice, moist, slippery, whatever, the Joe system, JOSYSTEM. That seems to be like, I know I'm not getting paid to advertise the product, but
I was about to say I have a couple sponsors I have to mention too.
Yes.
They're
the best. Go ahead, shout them out.
They're wonderful. One in particular really, this is our main sponsor, and they've been looking out. Jason and the Cats at B Condoms. Most people, they have their basic condoms, but let's just say a Trojan pretty much took over the whole market, especially, I don't know if you watched CNN today, but it's hilarious because Don Lemon was on there, and he had to mention it. He said, he was tweeting about it, too. He said, I never talked about New York Times Square vibrators at a hot dog-like stand. Trojan gave out 10,000 vibrators today.
Really?
I've seen that. I showed it in New York. Yes, I've seen that. Yes.
They've been promoting. Trojan has heavily went into their female line and female pleasure line, and taking advantage of the market. But they gave out like 10,000 vibrators. Their new vibrators that they have in Times Square. Mm-hmm. In New York City today, from like a hot dog thing. He was like, we can say something about Wieners sponsoring, and he just bust out laughing. But I had to tweet about it. But it's Trojan has pretty much cornered the market. But there's a company called B Condoms, very good quality products, great sponsorship, great presence in the community. Go to www.bcondoms.com.
Do they accommodate all sizes?
Yes. They're actually, when you go to their site, one of their main things they said, platinum is the new gold. So everybody know what a gold Trojan is with the Magnum. They have platinum. And B Condoms, for those that want to know, it doesn't really matter, but it's a black owned and operated company. But quality. They gave us products, sponsored our event. They're going to be sending some stuff to our major events, and they're working with some different artists. They're trying to find comedians and other people that will push it on. They do some amazing things in the community. Go to www.bcondoms.com. And also Pure USA. You're talking about the lubrication piece. And Pure USA, I know firsthand, right hand.
Right hand, left hand. Both hands? Both hands?
Yeah.
I like when you preach about a product that you've used. That's when the product really sticks in your head.
Testimony.
Exactly. Pure spelled PJUR USA.com. It's like you're talking about the lubrications. Pure is probably the best lubrication that I've ever experienced in my life.
See, we may have to do some
swapping.
We may have to do some swapping because I like the choices.
We had to swap some lubrication.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a little messy. That's gonna be messy as hell.
It'll be a little.
We're gonna make it happen.
Ain't nothing.
But it'll be.
And we'll make sure you get some of these products. Aries, we'll make sure you get some of these products. Actually, since we're in the local areas together, we'll make sure you have. I've had some, both of these products, and we'll make sure we'll put some of these products in your hands, in your possession. Cool.
But that's good. I'm really feeling the condom, the B condoms, because everyone.
B condoms is amazing. They're doing a lot of great things in the community. That's the really thing. They were at Howard University. They're most of the BTMC. They're most of the historical black college HBCs and universities, and doing different events in the communities, and really we have to really stay on the fact, because people are still getting sexually transmitted diseases.
Exactly.
AIDS is still rising. Even though they have cures and little band-aids for it, it's still, the rate's still going up. Young people aren't, with everything else going on, they stopped talking about safe sex and prevention and abstinence and everything else. So we need to push protection as well. So
yes, and I've been to the event where you're heading to in October in Jamaica, Hedonism. You make sure you take a couple of boxes with you there too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have them ship a helicopter over there and do
whatever
they're doing over there.
Because when I walk through the resort, what to expect? Just things will just be swinging from all over the place. It's a beautiful thing for real, though.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. You have people that have never come to my event in Maryland and bought tickets to go to Jamaica. So I was like, I was looking for a reason. Thank you.
I will be at the next
one.
I will be at the next one here in Maryland.
But yeah, let's get to this, because as you can see, time just slips away. We only got about 15 more minutes. We're gonna have to put you on the hot seat, Eric. You said you never.
Yeah, let's go in, Joy. Are you ready? Let's go in.
Go in. You're not doing it raw. We were just talking about condoms. What's going on here?
I didn't go in raw. I let you know I was gonna do it, and just your way. You don't have to answer the question. There are about 10 questions of a second. You don't have to answer these questions.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm getting text. Okay.
We'll be
so what I'll do is I I'll defer to the person.
No, let the person ask what they're gonna. Hey, let the person ask what they're gonna ask, but your ass is gonna come back.
They can't answer the question for me.
No, baby.
All
That's
right,
not how
come
it's gonna go. Pick up the phone. To find out what the person wants, we're gonna let them ask what they want to ask. They might have something different, but we're gonna put your ass back in the house. I don't care what you
All right, come on.
Beat the beat the up.
Okay, I'm ready for questions. Go ahead.
Where's the person? Oh, I thought you had somebody on the line.
No. They did not have a question. They were saying they enjoyed the conversation, and I was going to defer to them to answer the question.
No. We ain't waiting for
that. But,
okay.
I'm ready. Come on, I ain't scared.
Question number 1, young lady. Mm-hmm. Have you ever tossed a salad?
What exactly?
Now, this is not the salad in the kitchen. This is actually licking someone's ass.
No.
The fact that you had to think about it.
I can't say that I have.
You can't, but you what?
I can't say that I have.
Okay.
Think a little harder.
Oh, you just want to admit?
Okay.
No, next question.
Go on next one, Troy.
Well, she thought pretty hard. Next question. Have you ever had your salad tossed?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Of course.
Yeah, well, everybody doesn't, Some people say, yeah. So you like having
Just stay away from my ears.
Okay, next question.
Just stay away from my ears. Just leave my ears and eyes and nose alone.
You don't like, you'd rather have your salad tossed, but you don't like nobody kissing on your face.
Don't.
Oh, you're one of those. Yeah, see, these are important. See, this is a very important thing. There are some people that you can pull their hair, bite the back of their neck, smack their ass, the anal sex, everything like that. But you go to lick them on their chin, and they will cut you. They'll chop you in the throat. Don't lick my chin. What's wrong with your tongue on my face? That's nasty. People are crazy. They don't. All right. Question number 3. What's your favorite sexual position?
I don't have one.
Okay.
So what you're saying is they can just flip you out in the car, put you on top of the road? Or
it depends on the mood. I mean, it depends. Okay. It depends on the mood. I mean, it really does.
You're flexible. You're open to it, whatever.
It depends.
Are you shaved or unshaved?
Wax.
No, really? Did you say Did you say waxed?
Wax.
Okay. Do you like your partner shaved or unshaved?
That depends. That depends.
You can
because,
ask them fully.
If it's like really bushy and all that stuff, cut that mess off. But if it's well maintained,
in this day and age, are some guys still walking around with popcorn and parts of Doritos and left from the rug in their pubic hairs? Are they still doing that kind of stuff? Still walking around with raisins from the old raisin brand somewhere in the pubic hair and stuff like that? Is that still happening?
Look like he got dreads in it.
Right.
That is disgusting. Okay.
He looked like a Puerto Rican Jamaican. Like hair curly and nappy. It's like, how you gonna have curls and naps in you? I can't even see. Is that the penis or a dread? What is that? Okay. Next question. Spit or swallow?
Neither.
Neither. You just.
Neither.
Or you don't do oral sex.
Does it go on your ear?
Didn't I say stay away from my ears?
You don't like
anything.
Somewhere.
You're total face phobe. Is that what you are? You don't like nothing near you. You don't want penis or hand or tongue near your face.
Nothing on my face. Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because someone out there is probably like, okay, I can't believe that. I had something on her head the other night and she just acting like she's crazy.
Well, so I woke up and thought it was Noxzema, huh? But go ahead.
So just rub it in.
I hear it's good for your skin, though. But go ahead.
We have testimonial that
yes,
sister with beautiful skin. She said she loves her husband's cum all on her face.
That is so nasty.
And she has
Next
beautiful
question.
skin.
Oh my God.
And she has a salon too.
Yeah,
she had
beautiful.
That might have been what was in the product. He was always tired, so it might have been a secret ingredient.
He said I do that every day for her.
And you said, see, what's the accent? See what I'm saying? And let me
he was like African or something. He was like from somewhere. Like every day she wants this on her face.
things are nasty or whatever, because to each their own. These are just my opinions for what Aries likes and dislikes are.
There's nothing wrong with that. And we got people Aries that, we have 50-year-old virgins that come to our event.
But Aries, can I tell you something? Most folks aren't real with us because they're not real with themselves.
I believe that. I believe that.
We do events, and I remember one event me and Troy did, and I said, Troy, we can't mess with her. It was an older lady. She's about 60-something. Troy said, she's old freak. Come here.
She's about 60.
And he told her, come here. He said, come here, you old freak. He told somebody's mama, mama, come here. Come here. You know you old freak. She said, I sure am.
Well, it's the
after a while. We got here from somewhere. We got here. All of us are here because someone did something. So
right. Yep. Hopefully by their choice, and hopefully they had a good time, because a lot of times that's not either case. So, and that's a whole nother show.
I want to give you guys a 10-minute warning, just a 10-minute warning, everyone. Everyone, all of our listeners in the listening world, in the audience and virtual world, if you want to join the conversation tonight, this is The Truth Is. Our phone number is 646-915-9923. And at this time, Mr. Rawlings and Mr. Yonder, they're giving it to me raw, and I'm trying to answer these questions to the best of my ability.
You're doing fine.
I'm doing good?
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Fine. We got 4 more questions. If you could have sex with any celebrity, who would it be?
Idris Elba. Go ahead. Next one.
Who? You said it too fast. Idris Elba?
Yes.
You said Idris Elba?
Yes, indeed. Didn't even have to think about that.
He's like number one. Has been number one for a good 2 years now on most women's lists. If you have sex anywhere, where would it be?
It doesn't, I mean, I don't have any fantasies like that, because most of the places where I fantasize having it, I've probably done already. So.
Okay. I mean, that's cool. Expand your mind. But now I'll give you something else to think about, because we haven't done everything. All right. Have you ever had a threesome?
No. And I do not desire that. For me, I'm too selfish of a person. That's my reason. Not saying anything's wrong with it, to each their own, but I just, what's there for me is for me.
It sounds like you going to church.
Right.
God has.
Yes, you know. They can break out in tongues sometimes. I know y'all know.
God has.
Okay.
I know without.
Okay. All right.
He will work it out.
I'm silly. Last question.
Okay.
Do you enjoy anal sex?
Can't say I've ever tried it.
You know what's funny about it's like when you got to go into the recesses of your mind and think about
what you learn about.
Have I?
Let's see. Have I?
No,
exactly.
I can't.
Have I eat ass?
I can't.
Is that what that other hole is? Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was.
Here's the thing about anal sex. Unless you so off the hook during sex that you can't tell when he's slipping and sliding, or the dude wasn't endowed or something like that, you would know if you had.
But the accidental, no. The accidental does not count. Accidental.
No. I ain't talking about accidental. I ain't talking about oops. Okay. I'm in the wrong spot. Let me get out. I'm talking about oops. I ain't going nowhere. I'm up in here now. Here we go.
Next question.
I told you.
Look, like I said, as I said before, Eric, the biggest part of the Taboo Show is everybody wants to see everybody else's, and the biggest thing we love about doing this thing in person is we can see facial expressions.
So you know when they lying or not, right?
No,
and you know, and see, that's another thing. We're not putting anybody on the nobody's on the block. Everybody, the first thing I say in the session is like, all right, first off, I don't care if you're a virgin or if you were sucking dick in the hallway. We all on the same playing field. Don't everything that happens here. Now I just say everything that happens here never happened. If you want to put it that way, because everything that happens here stays here is cool, but everything that happened here never happened. We having conversations.
Do you have any calls,
We have someone that joined us on the line, but I don't see that their hand. Let's see if they want to join. Hi, caller. You're on with The Truth Is. Would you like to join our conversation tonight?
Yes.
Yes? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
How are you?
Can you come a little closer to the mic, please?
To your phone.
Hello.
Put it right where you put it. Put it right there on your top lip.
Wow. No, I just had a comment about her and the threesome and saying she tried everything and lived every fantasy, and don't knock it until you try it. That's my only comment.
No. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, with me, I know I'm selfish. I will admit to that.
Right.
I just
now,
have.
Did you call it that you enjoy threesomes, or you enjoy having threesomes, or you when you had one, you enjoyed it?
I love threesomes.
Ooh.
Now, what is it about? Is it the risque-ness of it, or is it the fact that it's the indulgence of your senses that so much stuff is going on at the same time?
Is it planned? Is it unplanned?
I would say a few times been planned, but sometimes it just happened. And what do I love about it is it's never a dull moment, and I love to come back to back, so I know I can constantly keep going all night.
I have a question for you. Was it with two other males, or what was the playing ground? Was it three females? Okay.
Hold on. I missed that. What she say?
She said both. So it was a male.
Oh, okay. She said both. I thought she said four people. Okay.
So that means different
It sounds like you're having a threesome in the conversation now. They both jumped in. Wait a second. Was it?
Guys,
you had a phone threesome just now. You didn't even know it, girl.
We are down to 4 minutes. I'll give you guys a 2-minute warning, but caller, anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it.
Would you like to go into further details?
About what?
A
threesome?
She's like, caller, you can text me at.
Blackberry, Blueberry.
That's what you
I'll Gmail account on there. Right.
Although I'm just curious. I mean, I'm just curious about how did it make you feel like. It's the
she said it was wonderful because for her the orgasms. You're pretty much saying the orgasm never stopped because there was constant action going on, constant intimacy.
So were they inner or outer orgasms? Were they clitoral or were they G-spot?
Good Lord.
Both.
Really?
One person, yes, he knows where my G-spot is no matter what he's doing.
Ooh, caller.
Yeah, got me all excited. I'm all excited now.
Caller, you made Eric made a noise that we haven't heard. Caller.
Yeah.
She didn't even know your name. Ooh, caller.
I can be called just caller. Thank you.
But hey, thank you for being open and honest, and definitely hit us online. Get on. What part of the country are you in?
Washington D.C.
Oh yeah. Which is known around the United States as Swinger Nation. Sorry.
Yes,
Maryland
we have plenty of swinger clubs.
Yeah, Maryland's known for the swinger clubs, the parties, the events, and all this stuff. And I was like, they ain't invite me to the mother. Oh. But yes.
Okay, we're about to wind it down tonight, guys.
No, I ain't ready to wind down. I'm like, look. Everybody from the DMV, I'm like Chuck. I'm getting wind up. Wind me up.
Wind me up.
She's spoiling me now. Look, where you been at, caller? You just calling in 2 minutes. Come on, that's like what you give us, 2 minute warning.
She's off the line. But we're down to the last 2 minutes. Come on.
Got me all excited.
His voice starts squeaking. You know he's excited.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much. Hey, let everybody know where they can hit you up. Well, the website. Me personally, they can hit me up at TroyRawlings.tv. You can follow me on Twitter. My Facebook is packed Troy Rawlings, but I have another page for the tour, the Raw Uncut tour. So hit me up, Troy Rawlings. Google me, RAWLINGS, Troy Rawlings. You'll find me.
I'm sorry, Troy. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. Oh yeah. No.
But this show tonight will be downloaded, and you can hear it within the next hour. It will be downloaded to www.ariesthehost.com, and you can listen, download, share with your friends. Let us know what you thought about tonight's show. We will be back next Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern Time, and our dial-in number will remain the same. That's 646-915-9923. I would like to thank Troy Yonder, as always. we're there. I can't wait until next week. I just can't wait until next week.
You still trying to calm down?
Yeah.
I'm trying. Look, call her, email us, go on my Yahoo page. Go on my Facebook page. I'm Yonder Harrison. Hit me up on whatidoistaboo.com. We need to know. I need to tell us. You need to call in, get a special guest. You need to call in tomorrow. Whatever. Go to my page. We appreciate you coming. www.whatidoistaboo.com. Go to Troy's page. Hit him on Facebook. Smack him on Twitter. Go to Eric's page.
Smack him on the Twitter.
That is it for tonight. Thank everyone for calling in, everyone for listening, and calling.
Man.
You even got me saying, whew. So, talk to you all guys.
Tweet is taboo, y'all. Tweet is taboo.
Yes, tweet is taboo. Have a good week. See you next week.